Does that sound okay?
Sure does.
Testing. Testes.
We're on.
Hello, Shay.
It's all good. You're good. Don't worry about it.
In a mist in the woods. Wait, no. I was trying to sing Aladdin.
Yeah, that was the one before
That
Aladdin,
was
though.
Beauty and the Beast.
1992.
1990.
No, it might be 91. I could be wrong.
Maybe. Anyway, I watched Aladdin and I liked it. And that's all I have to say.
I don't want to talk about it.
It's fine. It was really cheesy, especially at first.
I think, again, for me, honestly, it was just that I felt like Will Smith just was trying to joke around, and a lot of his jokes fell flat because, like, the actors were like, that wasn't in the script.
Oh.
I felt like he was improvising a bunch of, and it was really awesome, and he did a really good job in that sense. But then they just fell flat because they just, like, looked at him and they just caught it on camera. Like, that was awkward. Move on. It was great. I could be totally wrong.
Mesmerized.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, the sets were really beautiful, but I don't know.
I know. The sets were amazing.
Yeah.
And the costumes were amazing.
You are right. Like, it was a very different Jasmine. She was more of like of a boss bitch than the other Jasmine, which was nice. She wasn't so like damsel-y and whiny and whatever.
And
like,
she was like, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
Which was Sultan.
Right, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So that was nice. But it'll be interesting to see what the Mulan is like.
Oh my God.
Because I heard that was supposed to, it's going to be more of a serious.
It's very different.
It's going to be like a drama. It's not going to be like a, let's go solve all our problems in an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we'll see about that one. I wonder if Mushu will be in it.
I've heard he will not be in it.
And I wonder if 98 Degrees will come sing the song again. That was Stevie Wonder.
Was that what that was? Mm-hmm. I forgot it was 98 Degrees. Their last great hurrah.
That was literally, I think, their last song they sang together. With a cartoon dragon voiced by Eddie Murphy and Stevie Wonder, who didn't even see who they were.
They weren't relevant anymore because global warming, and now 98 Degrees isn't even hot anymore.
That was good.
Yes.
That was good.
I blame it all on I give credit to my liquid courage over here, which we are drinking. I almost was like, when you asked, like, what should we drink today? Because we had vodka. I was like, I almost said, fuck it. Let's just put White Claw in it. Who cares? Hashtag sponsor us. Anyway.
We have a White Claw cocktail.
It's great. It's when you're really fucking lazy. No. Anyway, in honor of it being first day of fall tomorrow, we're drinking like this. It's like a White Russian spinoff, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's called.
I'm pretty sure it has all the same
which
things,
is hilarious now that I think of the name of what the name of the cocktail is. It's called Pumpkin Spice Lebowski, which is what Lebowski drank all the time in the movie. Those are White Russians. White Russians. So yeah, so
that's why
this is better than a fucking pumpkin spice bullshit latte.
Yes, it is.
Put some vodka in it
and some Kahlua and some cream.
Yep, it's really good.
And
it's not as heavy as I thought it was going to be, which is nice.
Yeah, no, it's good. Yeah. And it's breakfasty.
Sure, it's like chocolate milk, but better.
It's like really good chocolate milk.
It's true. Hand me that spoon.
Oh, you need it?
I do.
We do have to mix up our little white Lebowskis.
Yeah.
What are they called?
It's kind of like
spice.
Pumpkin Spice Lebowski. It's kind of like the episode in Friends where they make instant coffee with like, stir it and drink it. It's fine.
I don't know that one.
Ooh, it's good.
I have two things. Remind me to get back to the Friends thing. But this should be called, what's the like daughter's name in Big Lebowski? Bunny or whatever, who Tara Reid plays.
I can't remember.
Isn't her name like Bunny?
It might be.
I don't know. It should be called the Bunny.
That'd be cute.
Something.
I like it because
it's white girl.
It totally is very white girl. It's like should be called the Han Solo.
Yes.
Han Solo season. Jeez. Anyway.
I also wanted to tell you this. Did you know that they have Friends Lego sets?
Why would they even have that?
Because you can build you can build the Friends set out of Legos now.
They're just running out of things. They're like, well, we did the whole Harry Potter, the Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, every other genre under the sun, Star Wars till whatever. So let's just do like random 90s like TV sets, and I'm sure actually people will fucking buy it.
They should also do like music video sets.
Next will be the obscure Buffy Lego set. I don't even know.
The Xena Warrior Princess Lego set.
Perfect.
On sale now. We had a double roll didn't we have
did.
A double roller this
We
week?
did.
Yes, we did. Double roll this time. Yeah. I'm talking about some ghosts. Are you?
I am. Yes.
Weird. I almost was going to talk about the Bermuda Triangle.
Ooh, that would have been a good one.
But then as I was researching, like everyone's like, it's because back in the day, they didn't have a lot of fucking technology to know that there was a storm a-coming and people would just get sucked up by hurricanes that area.
But maybe.
Or that's a cover-up.
Aliens. But maybe aliens.
I know. So I kept trying to, like, it's not even, like, I didn't realize, like, it's not even an actual place. Like
Bermuda?
It's like Bermuda. Well, Bermuda
Bermuda is.
The Bermuda Triangle isn't even recognized as like any type of area anymore. Like
Really?
It's just like, nah. That's what I found out
That's
on
kinda
a couple
funny.
different websites.
I didn't know
like,
that.
All right, well, I guess I won't do that.
That's
today.
interesting.
But maybe I'll research it more and find out the deeper
Right? Because it was like a big thing.
info. Yeah, I remember when I was little.
I saw like a bunch of documentaries on it, like in the 90s about it.
Disappearing and shit, and they never found anything.
It probably was just a pilot like going, oh, they'll just think it was aliens. And I'm just tired of my life, Brenda. And they just drove into the ocean.
There's like, we're going to take a quick detour to the Bermuda Triangle and then we're never coming back because I don't want to go back to my life.
I just don't want to do life anymore. I'm like, all right, man.
Maybe that's where I need to go. Just kidding.
Stop
Just kidding.
Yeah.
Life
All right.
is life.
Life is life.
So you rolled paranormal and I rolled paranormal.
I did ghost stuff too.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Perfect.
I was also, I guess we should just fucking do it.
Fucking start it.
All right, here we go. So we just want to take a minute to tell you a little bit about Anchor, who hosts our podcast for us. And guess what? It's free, guys. So Anchor is the easiest way to make a podcast, and they give you everything you need in one place, again, for free.
Everyone likes free stuff.
And you can use it right from your phone or computer. Even your phone, guys. We use our phones for everything. And now you can make a podcast on it.
Absolutely. And they have like this creation tool, which is really awesome. So even if you don't need like any fancy equipment or anything like that, if you just got a little mic and a little thought in your brain, it has a little creation tool that allows you to record and edit your podcast so it sounds terrific. And they'll distribute your podcast for you absolutely for free as well, so it can be heard everywhere. Super painless. It'll go from Spotify to Apple Podcasts to Google Podcasts and much more.
And the best part, guys, you can easily make money from your podcast, which is what we're doing right now.
Right now.
So if you guys want to start a podcast, you totally can. Just download the Anchor button. If you're not already listening to us on Anchor, again, it's free. And
Did we say it was free? It's free.
yeah. So download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started on your podcast today. Yeah.
Okay.
I just need a little bit of, I don't know. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I found her.
Perfect.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. I don't know. Okay. This is Brie here, and I'm talking first like I always do. Did you guys know that? If you're listening for the first time.
Yeah, what if they are listening for
My
the first
name's
time?
Brie. This is Shay over here, the other one.
Yep,
talking.
she's pointing to her left.
I'm pointing at Shay right now. And I always go first, okay? So today I'm going to go first again and talk about paranormal. And today we're going to talk about ghosts in our own backyard, Shay. Right here in Fort Collins, Colorado.
Okay, where are they? It's probably gonna be
they're everywhere.
It's probably more informative than my fucking ghost tour that I had. So let's just see.
It is going to be.
I believe it.
I bet you I'm going to tell you some things you might know. But I never knew about any of this, so I was super stoked researching
I'm
it.
pretty excited.
So we live in Fort Collins, Colorado. Woo woo, which I'm sure most of you know that. Yeah, I'm going to talk about the ghosts we have.
Okay.
And I already said that 17 times.
It's fine.
So the first one I want to talk about is at the not infamous, but the famous Walrus ice cream. Pretty much the only ice cream shop in this motherfucking town, guys.
It is actually.
There are no local ice cream shops.
Yeah, not local ones, no. Which is weird.
No,
to
there's
me.
like Ben and Jerry's,
But that's not local.
Dairy Queen. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Walrus.
And Walrus.
Actually, if you go down the like off of Mulberry, I can't remember what the name of it, but it's like a gelato place. And it's pretty
the
bomb.
gelato on whatever.
But it's not ice cream.
Yeah.
But it's delicious.
Yeah, that is a local ice
But
cream
anyway,
shop,
but
too.
it really is like out of Fort Collins. I mean, it's not that small of a place.
No, it's been, it's like one of the only places.
Yeah.
That you
Weird.
can get fucking ice cream.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess now they have the churn place. The old churn.
But that's not
That's also
local
a chain.
either. That's Little Man out of Denver.
That's true. Okay, so Walrus ice cream,
Anyway.
guys. It's motherfucking haunted. That's probably why no one can open an ice cream shop.
Probably.
Because this ghost is protecting them
Oh, okay.
from the competition.
Perfect.
Anywho, so it is said that a man named Charles Dinneback haunts the tunnels beneath Walrus ice cream.
The catacombs.
Did you go to the catacombs down
No,
there?
they didn't let me do that. I think it's because it was like technically a pub tour. So they were like, if we had drunk too much, they probably was a liability if we fell and broke our little necks and became ghosts of the tour.
That'd be dope. They'd get more people to come though.
It's
so
true.
Maybe they should do a drunken.
Do you want to
ghost
become
tour
a ghost? Well, go ahead and just slip and break your neck.
down these steep ass brick stairs to the depths of hell?
It's kind of true.
So did you know about Charles Dinneback?
No, I did not know about Charles Dinneback.
Well, let me tell you a little bit about him. So Charlie moved to Fort Collins in 1902 with his little family. He was living as a barber in Missouri before that.
Okay.
And he established the Dinnebeck and Hill Barber Shop that was located at 165 North College Avenue, which is an actual address that is still there.
Is that the barber shop that's still there? Like that old school one?
Is it next to Walrus?
It's not next to it.
It would have been next to Walrus because after he had the barber shop for a little bit, he decided to buy this cafe, Wayno Cafe, that was next door to it, which is what Walrus ice cream is now.
Oh. Okay.
And that was in 1914.
Okay.
And it's set next to his barber shop. So on August 22nd, 1919, the Dinneback family opened Dinneback's. I don't know if I'm saying their name right, but I like Dinneback.
I like Dinneback.
Dinneback's
Sounds like an ice
Cafe, where Walrus ice cream is now.
Okay.
And the cafe was literally his life until he died in 1940. So he opened it up in 1919, and he worked there until he died.
Worked to death.
And he loved it. He was he just loved being there. It was known for its quote unquote quick service, cool atmosphere, and courteous attention.
Okay.
And it was a permanent fixture, or Charlie was a permanent fixture at the cafe, greeting guests every day and making sure their visit was always inspired by the hospitality that he was known for. Sounded like a real nice guy.
Yeah.
So, again, he died December 26th,
Ooh,
1940.
That's rough. Merry Christmas.
Yeah. At least he got to spend Christmas with his family one last time.
I suppose. Kind of sucks though.
But it's said that the tunnels beneath Walrus is where Charlie's spirit now hangs out. He enjoys grabbing the ankles and the hair of ladies.
That's where they buried him. I was like, holy
They
shit.
just buried him right in the floorboards.
He wanted to be where he loved to be the most.
I mean, maybe he did get buried down there because he just hangs out in the tunnels down there.
Right? Totally could happen.
He enjoys grabbing the ankles and the hair of ladies.
Stop it.
And you'll also sometimes see things move inside the ice cream shop that people believe is him.
That's disgusting.
And he's also considered to be an intelligent spirit, manifesting himself in physical ways and simply seeking the company and attention of others.
Okay. Well, maybe don't
All right,
grab my
Charlie.
fucking ankles. That would be great. And I would maybe sit and have like a fucking pint with you.
I just want to have a Sunday without my hair being pulled.
Yeah. Oh my God. No, thank you. It's almost worse than having hair in your ice cream.
Yeah, gross. Okay, so that's Charlie. The next one is Frank Miller, who is a ghost of a Danish immigrant. And he was somewhat of a jack of all trades in the late 1800s. He did a lot of stuff around Fort Collins. I was thinking of this other guy. Well, anyways, so Frank Miller was a Danish immigrant. He was a jack of all trades. in the late 1800s.
Will you put that mic in front of your face?
Oh my God.
It's
Sorry.
okay. There you go. There you go. That's
and he built the Miller Block, which is in downtown Fort Collins right now. It's on the corner of Linden and Walnut Street.
Okay.
And he built it in 1988. He paid $3,000 cash for the lot. Could you? That's probably how much the rent is a month, right there. It's where like Little Bird is and Bondi Beach Bar.
Oof.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So he paid.
Did you say that's how much the rent is?
No, that's how much he. That's how much he paid cash for the lot. But I'm saying that's probably how much.
$3,000. Yes, probably.
It's close. If
to that. Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, like about that. Maybe even that's probably low.
Yeah.
To be honest.
And then he doled out $12,000 to build the actual brick structure where the buildings are.
Damn.
So there's actually kind of some funny random shit about this that we can actually go look at, which I really want to now. The building's backside is a former location of a 2-story brick outhouse that was removed in 1948. And a 1948 newspaper article noted that the demolition touted that the towering toilet was the only 2-story outhouse in Fort Collins and perhaps the world. So there used to be a 2-story outhouse back there. So they tore it out, and now there's it's just a big brick wall, but there's half of a door still like way up top on the second story. Okay. But it's like half bricked in, but half not. It's weird. Like, why would they just leave half the door and not? I don't know. Because I've never seen that or known that. So
I've never seen that or known that.
I gotta go look at that.
Yeah.
So apparently it's on the back side of like Little Bird and Bondi, I guess. So like maybe by that alley.
Probably.
Yeah, it's still on the back of 154 Linden Street. Just so y'all who want to go look at that, do it. Let's take a field trip. Anywho, Miller was also best known for his part in Buffalo Bill's Wild West show as a trick shooter. And he traveled all over with Buffalo Bill and became very good friends with him.
Oh,
because he was such a slick trick shooter, he would often, I guess, shoot behind the building that he built. And there's actually apparently bullet holes still in the back of that brick wall too. So we're gonna have to go check that out.
Yeah.
And this was an older article, so I don't know if they've like redone or restored anything, but I feel like they'd leave that.
That'd be stupid if they did.
Yeah. So according to the Fort Collins Museum of Discovery's local history archives, in 1920, Miller purchased a Trail Ends Ranch where he created a wild animal zoo and a Wild West show.
Okay.
And guests from across the nation, including celebrities, even came to see the ranch, and he had over 1,400 animals.
Okay.
So anyways, that was just a little fun fact about Miller.
Damn.
He was also a photographer and an artist, and many of his works can be seen throughout Fort Collins today, I guess. So look for his art.
Shit.
That old guy's art. So sadly, he ended up losing his business. He ended up losing his wife and his son. And he ended up spending the rest of his days living in the Linden Hotel, which is now the local science store Nature's Own. We talked about that last week. You can get crystals there.
We did. Why did he lose his wife and son?
He just had some bad business, and
he was like, "You're hanging out with the wrong crowd." I'm like, "Shut up, Margaret."
I don't know if his wife and son left him or they like died. I think they died.
Oh well, that's upsetting. That's way different than her leaving him because she was hanging out with like Buffalo Bill.
I might have made that up though, so don't quote me on that.
That's how half of history is made.
So, anyways, he finished out his life living in where Nature's Own is, and his ghost can actually be seen by one of his paintings that's in the back of that store. So we're gonna have to go to Nature's Own soon and get crystals and look for Mr. Frankie.
No thanks.
So, however, if you try to approach him, he will disappear. So apparently you'll be able to see him, but like he's a spooker.
He spooks.
Even though he spooks,
he's like, no, don't get near me.
Nature's Own employee Kelly Reynolds, which I'm sure she doesn't work there anymore. Maybe she does. Who knows? Hey, Kelly. She reveals there have been some disturbances around the store that indicate a possible entity. She said that they've had a bowl fall over on a shelf and a vase split down the middle that she's witnessed, which is pretty fucking weird. What else would that be?
I mean, Indiana Jones.
There are a lot of rocks in there.
I mean, yeah.
Maybe the one got, I don't know, hurled into it and it split.
Just split right down the middle.
Exactly. And customers can perhaps experience paranormal feeling in the back corner of the store where the Miller painting hangs on the wall. People have reported feeling kind of heavy or weird over there. So we're going to have to go get some crystals soon.
Maybe, or just not.
We'll bring some over to protect us while
that's what I'll do.
Ask for the ghost.
Yes. Exactly.
All right. So that was Frank Miller.
Nice.
The next one I want to talk about is the Avery House, which... If you've seen a picture of it or if you know what it is, like I definitely knew what house it was. It's like two-tone like sandstone. It has like these huge bricks that are like orange, and then it has like this light brown sandstone. Anyways, you can look it up online.
There's also a plaque in front of it that says the Avery House.
Yeah, you can also look for that. That helps you find it real quick. So the Avery House was built for Franklin Avery, his wife Sarah, and their 3 children, Edgar, Ethel, and Louise.
Oh, wow.
Those are some fucking 1879 names.
They just needed one more called Ruth.
Yeah, they did. So that was in 1879. He was considered a founding father of Fort Collins. He helped agriculture flourish in northern Colorado. He was responsible for creating the wide roads in downtown Fort Collins.
The super wide ones.
The super wide ones, like on like mountain and shit. You know how those are all so fucking wide, and there's like 2 sides.
They are.
Yeah. So, he also founded the First National Bank. So he was a banker man. So he had some money.
Oh. I think I remember hearing that.
So. Yeah.
Reading that somewhere.
His sandstone house that he built cost $3,000 at the time. It's now a National Historic Landmark. And it currently operates as a restored house. Mm-hmm. According to the Pooter Landmarks Foundation, Pooters are river, guys.
Pooter.
Do you know that? Anyway, many guests have reported strange encounters. Most reports say that an unhappy child spirit haunts the middle bedroom upstairs.
First of all, I would be running at child spirit. An unhappy one? Absolutely not.
Unhappy, yeah.
Nope.
And I tried to Google some more info about it, but I feel like because it's such a historic landmark, like there wasn't as many, like, I don't know. There was a couple different stories about how they think there's a boy that lives upstairs, but that was it. There's also been reports of other spirits residing in the pantry and the parlor.
Okay. Nice.
And then I did find this one website that was like, had a bunch of different Colorado hauntings or whatever. So I don't know how legit it was, but it said another thing happened at the Avery House. And this man named Newton Cross, who was a lawyer, was shot to death by his client William Ryan on August 14th in 1914 there. So unless... I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if that really happened, but I didn't find anything else on that. So I don't know if the Newton Cross thing pans out, but that's pretty creepy if someone was shot and murdered in front of there. And also there's been a report of a realtor seeing an orange and white cat appear and vanish in front of the house.
Oh, a spooky cat.
Maybe they had a little cat.
They had a little kitty cat?
Yep. So Avery House is haunted, if you know where that is.
It's right off of it's right off of Mason Street.
Yeah, it's right downtown.
Yeah.
Next on my list is the Fort Collins Museum of Art.
Oh, I don't think I've ever been in that building.
No, we need to go there just because.
To look at their 2 exhibits and go,
all right, we're done.
All right, we're done.
That was for $15. Perfect.
Right, perfect.
So the Museum of Art in Fort Collins, if you didn't know, used to be the post office.
Didn't know
and it was
that.
built in 1912. And it is host to a ghost who's supposedly named George.
Sounds pleasant.
A general manager, Gloria Borenson, gave the spirit this nickname because she knows he is there and he has definitely encountered him, and apparently she told him. Okay, so at the time of the construction of the Blue Agave Grill, the building supervisor said that the fire alarm kept going off during a nightly inspection. And then Borenstein, the lady who talks to George, asked him if she talk to George about it, and they both went downstairs to the construction site, and apparently they both had an encounter with him.
Oh.
And they both also felt intense pressure on their left shoulders as soon as they started communicating with him.
Like he's putting his hand on him?
Yeah, like,
it's okay, buddy.
Like, I got you. We're
you.
friends. Oh my God, I thought
that
that was my drink.
Yeah, that would have been sad for your computer.
That would have not been good. And then she also later discovered that the site for the post office was actually Fort Collins First Cemetery.
Oh.
So it might not be George. It might be a couple others.
Yeah.
With an unknown number of bodies still resting beneath the Museum of the Blue Agave Grill.
Is it with Colorado and just like, oh, we'll just leave them there? Like them and Denver with Cheeseman Park.
Yeah, because they were building shit like in the early 1900s. They're like, whatever, we'll just build it over this cemetery.
That whole generation's probably dead anyway. Just pave it over.
Yeah. They're dead as a doornail.
Right.
Well, they are, but they're
They
coming
paved the
back to
graveyard
haunt ya.
Put up a parking lot.
They did. You paved the graveyard, put up a parking lot.
Exactly.
Ooh, ghosts, ghosts, ghosts. That was, I couldn't get high up there.
It's fine.
All right, this is the last one I got for us today.
I like it.
Did you know any of these?
I did not. I went to the Avery house, I think with my cousin one time, like to chaperone her like little field trip. And I don't really remember a lot because I think it was a lot like when I would go on field trips like that. And I was like, when is lunchtime?
Yeah. Why are we learning about that?
I just remember they didn't talk about any of the ghosts or that like any ghosts reside there. They definitely didn't talk about anybody being shot. I just remember the rooms being really small. Like you would like have to like kind of.
Maybe that's why that boy was so sad.
Yeah. I just want a bigger
ungrateful
room.
brat.
Yes, exactly. All my other places, all my other friends have like 2 bedrooms and 3 rocking horses
and an outhouse that's 2 stories.
Such bullshit.
So my last story of the afternoon
Of the evening
is of James and Eva Howe. So James and Eva Howe are 2 ghosts. Well, they're not. What? Shh.
Okay.
James and Eva Howe moved to Fort Collins in 1880.
Okay.
They were married for 15 years, but Eva had decided she had enough of her husband's violence that was brought on by drinking. He was an abusive, fucked up husband.
It's different than just violence not brought on by any drinking.
Exactly. Yeah. So on Tuesday, April 3rd, also Eva and James had a daughter at this time.
Oh.
A little 5-year-old.
Named Ruth?
Maybe.
Oh.
I didn't get
Anyway,
her name.
I'm just...
I actually didn't ever find anything about if... Anyways, I'll tell you the story.
Okay.
So, on Tuesday, April 3rd, James beat Eva so soundly that she finally went to the police.
So soundly. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's the direct quote from what I found. So soundly.
Not funny. Oh my God. Anyway.
That's fucked up. I don't know why I didn't reword that.
It's fine.
They wanted to put him in custody, but she insisted that all she wanted was someone to stay near the house so that she could get help if she needed it.
Perfect.
Great. Good job, policeman.
Good.
You fucked up.
Jesus.
So on Wednesday, she begged James to stay home and not go out drinking, but he ended up doing that anyway. And then Eva decided that she had to get herself and her 5-year-old daughter to safety. But while she was packing up her things, fucking James, drunk and fucked up, came home unexpectedly.
Shocking.
So he ended up knocking Eva around and beating her up until she fell out of the front door of the house.
Good thing she asked for that neighbor to be close.
No, she asked the police to be close.
Oh, okay.
And they fucking weren't. Anyway, I guess it was the next day technically.
But still,
fuck you.
Yeah.
What else were they doing? They're nothing.
Yeah.
There's like, probably like one of them.
Thief.
Yes. So Reva. So Eva ended up was able to still run outside of where her home was, which is where pretty much the Emporium is now.
Oh, that's sweet.
So their house was right off Walnut Street.
Okay.
And I'll tell you more about the house later because it still exists. It's just in a different location in Fort Collins.
Moved it up.
They literally just moved the house.
Interesting.
So she ran outside of her house, which was where those things are.
Right.
And she yelled murder before taking her last breath and died outside of her house in 1888.
He beat her that bad?
Well, oh my God, I skipped a part. I'm sorry. He beat her up and then he stabbed her in the fucking neck. I didn't say that part.
Like,
sorry, guys.
Holy shit. Wow.
Yeah, no. And then he stabbed her in the jugular and she bled out and died. I'm sorry.
What
I
about
skipped
her
that part.
daughter?
Yeah, I don't know what happened to her daughter. I never, like, I read, like, at least 4 different things, and I don't know.
That's sad.
I didn't.
So we don't know what happened to our little girl?
No, I don't know. I should just Google her.
That's sad.
Yeah, there weren't stories about her, just about James and his ghost.
Okay. So then what happened?
So she died, and then that same evening, all the lights went out in Fort Collins, and James ended up being arrested. He was taken to the jailhouse.
Good.
Because the neighbors were like, can you come arrest the neighbor because you're not fucking over here? And he just pretty much stabbed his wife in the neck and she died.
Like murder?
She yelled murder. So one of the neighbors like called the cops and they arrested James and brought him to the jailhouse. So that same evening, all the lights went out in Fort Collins and a mob of locals ensued to drag James, and like they broke him out of jail.
Oh.
And pulled him out into the streets.
Okay.
And they brought him to the gallows and he was hung.
Oh, it was like a bunch of like, hey, citizens arrest even though you're already arrested and we're going to hang you.
Yep.
Perfect. Okay.
They're like, I don't care. You need to die right now, you fucking crazy fucking drunk asshole.
Because obviously the police weren't going to do jack shit.
Yeah. So,
well, they did. Like, how are they? I mean, yeah, that was a tough call. That's like somebody they were getting beat, but they're like, but I don't want to press charges. So at the same time, she should have, because they could have done something.
Yeah.
It's like asking a favor from a friend, but the friend doesn't really know you. They're like, I don't really care.
I don't really know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the gallows, by the way, were on West Oak Street.
Okay.
But honestly,
Ew. Okay.
Isn't that crazy? But he supposedly was the only lynching to ever take place in Fort Collins. Didn't we talk about this?
I don't think so. The
that
gallows.
Was another.
There's an actual place in Fort Collins for the gallows?
I guess, but there was only one lynching that ever took place there.
Wouldn't that be weird? Like,
so
I mean, I know every town probably
it was
had
by
one.
the courthouse,
right? Which I guess
so maybe
makes sense.
They didn't have enough.
They had
crimes.
their executions there, but like that's still weird. Like you're just like, oh yeah, that's where we do the.
This is where the lynchings were.
Yeah, and that's
the
fine.
one.
Yeah,
the one.
Well, I guess that's good. Good on you, Fort Collins.
That is good. I know that. I was like, wow. Yeah. I don't know if that's true, but I hope it is.
We're gonna pretend.
So. Yeah. So. Let me just back up.
That pumpkin spice.
It's getting to me. So it's rumored that James haunts the building where, he used to haunt. What used to be there was this place called the Armadillo Restaurant, Mexican restaurant. And he used to apparently haunt there, and that's right where their house was.
It's just like, where the fuck is my house?
Yeah.
I want to beat my wife eternally.
I want to be by my wife that I killed.
I want to beat my wife eternally.
Yeah, basically.
That's what I want to do. Like, be by your wife? No, beat my wife. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, maybe that's not such a good thing.
And so, yeah, that whole, like, where the Armadillo was, like, now, I mean, the Armadillo wasn't as big as where the Elizabeth Hotel is, but that's where the Elizabeth Hotel is now.
Okay, right. Which is beautiful.
It is. And I was like, I wonder when we'll hear about some ghost stories at the Elizabeth.
Yeah, I kind of wonder that because it's not a new building and they renovated it, right? Or is it a brand new building? I feel like it might be brand new.
I think it's brand new. It's just in an old part of town.
Right. It's probably buried under, like it's probably like they above like a bunch of under people that were buried there.
Yeah, it's probably on a cemetery.
Yeah. Let's be honest.
I know they used like there's stuff inside of the Elizabeth that are from old buildings that were over there, but I think that building shit. Is
it's like fucking ghost food.
Yeah, it is. It's like, oh, I'm still in these walls. Just take me in.
Still in this I'm still haunting just this couch.
Yeah.
But I will stay with this couch.
So full body apparitions have been seen in photos at the Armadillo restaurant.
Okay.
Along with some grabbing of the guests' ankles.
What's with the ankles?
Why do they like ankles so much? They have weird ankle fetishes? What the fuck?
Jesus. All right. That's how that goes.
Yeah. So this story of James and Eva became a temporary focal point for the Prohibition movement. And in 1909, Fort Collins became a dry town because of it. And it was a dry town until 1968.
You men can't handle your liquor because all you do is beat your wives.
Yeah. It took them 20 years to like make that argument though. And then they finally, they're like, all right, I guess we can't have alcohol now that it's 20 years later.
It's fine. You guys have learned your lesson.
Yeah. I thought
Don't do it again.
Pretty interesting. Also, speaking of the house that I talked about that is still in Fort Collins, and I might have actually looked at it to rent.
Oh, that would have been
1314 Myrtle Street.
Okay.
It's a really cute little house, but it's still there. There's not any reports of it being haunted, though.
Because he didn't know where it is. He's like,
yeah,
so
he's
they
confused.
just lifted it up and moved it?
Yep, they uprooted and like and hauled it over. Instead of just demolishing it, they just
why?
reused
Just
it.
because it was just an old,
just,
like a pretty building?
Just because Fort Collins likes to recycle.
Yeah, that's the ultimate, like, I like that.
It's like a little old house. It's like a tiny little house. Like, it's nothing like crazy.
Cute. Well,
it's really cute,
for
but
keeping it, but I'm glad
1314 Myrtle, if you live there, good luck.
Maybe that's what, like, maybe ghosts don't actually haunt houses. They just haunt the area around the house.
Because that's where it was.
Yeah, so that's where the energy is.
Mm-hmm. Because they're grounded to it. Anyway.
I get it.
That's what I got for you today.
I like it.
Those are my
It was good.
Local ghost stories for you today.
Those were some good. I'd never heard of any of them.
And also, we have a local history museum that we should probably check out sometime.
We do where?
It's like on fucking mountain, I guess. I don't know. I was looking up my shit. It was
Is
like
it
the
also,
history museum.
Is it also like one room? Just like
Probably.
Yeah, that's okay.
Probably.
That's fine.
It might be in an old home.
Yeah.
Maybe a haunted home.
Ooh, all right.
But I definitely want to go look at that door thing because I've never even known that was there. The little half door.
Oh, for sure. That's pretty cool.
Behind Lil Bird or wherever.
Have to, like,
just scope it out.
We'll have to take pictures so we can put that on the Instagrams.
Mm-hmm. We'll take a mini field trip.
Sweet, sweet, sweet.
Yep, that's all I got for you.
I like it. Mine's even shorter, so it's fine.
So go look at your fucking local ghosts and say hello.
Anywhere you're at.
All right. You ready, bitch?
Oh, I'm ready. More ghosts.
More ghosts
coming at ya. Enough riffraff. We're back.
Street rat. I don't buy that.
You're all about Aladdin today, man.
They look closer.
Okay.
I hated Aladdin at first, and then I was like, okay, he's good. He was too Rico Suave for me in the beginning of the movie. I was like, Aladdin is not that fucking fake.
Right.
He is a little. But then I was like, okay, you're kind of like Aladdin. The dancing part was kind of weird.
It was, I think that's what it was. It was just like watching a musical. It would play.
I literally live for musicals.
So there you go. So that's probably why you loved it. And for me, I'm like, oh God. I know. If I'm watching a musical like on stage, I'm all about it. I do not like watching it on video. I'm like, just shoot me in the face.
I love it.
Ugh. I've never seen Sound of Music. I've never.
What?
I know. I don't think I've watched one Barbara Streisand like movie where she
Hello,
sings.
Dolly?
No.
Funny Girl?
No. You can keep naming them, and I'm going to keep saying no.
What's the one where she's a little...
Is it like one called
Yiddish?
Yentl?
Yeah, Yentl.
No.
I was like, Yiddish?
Yiddish? Perfect.
What's the other one? Yiddish? God damn it.
Jesus.
So white.
You're
girl,
so white, but
wasted.
it's hilarious. And then you're going to go to work. Okay. So I am going to do a little one from my friend Kelly Cromer. She suggested this.
Kelly?
It's a short one, but it was interesting. So I went ahead and did it.
Thanks, Kelly.
And I figured you were not going to do this, so I wanted to make sure like you were not going to even it would be some freak thing that we would have done the same thing.
I was scared that we were
That's
both
why
doing
you
Fort
were like,
Collins
I'm really
ghosts.
nervous. I'm like, you don't need to really worry about it. We're going to be fine.
It was last time we double rolled.
It's true.
But it was fine.
It was fine. So I'm doing this takes place in Missouri.
Missouri.
So
it's Missouri. Let's be honest.
It's Missouri. Yeah. So this is going to be the haunting of Hobo Hill District.
Hobo Hill.
A little house out there.
Ooh.
So in Jefferson City, Missouri, it is the haunted house in the Hobo Hill District. All right. So there's just some little backstory on Hobo Hill. As I scratch my eye. I know, right? It's not that creepy. At least the backstory isn't. Okay, so the Hobo Hill District is a National Historic District in Jefferson City, made up of just 7 homes, built from 1908 to 1911. According to the Historic City of Jefferson, it was home to the first school in the city, and children were educated in the attics.
In the attics?
Which is, again, yeah, thank you.
That was the bottom for?
That was my reaction too. Like, why were they in the attics? I don't understand that. Hide them. Very weird, but anyway, and that sounds actually really hot. But
yeah,
they're just
in Missouri in the summer.
Yeah,
well, I guess they're off this summer,
but still,
that's hot as fuck.
It's hot as fuck in Missouri. So,
and cold as fuck in the winter.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like the wet cold, like in Texas. So I know. So there are a few tales about how the district got its nickname, and one has to do with some baseball. Janet Maurer, Historic City of Jefferson chair of the Oral History Project, said, one story is they used to have baseball games in town, so the gentlemen would sit up in the hill like freeloaders and watch the game. Some of the other
freeloaders,
some of the other people down low would call them hobos because you're freeloaders watching the game. Yeah, like fucking pay your nickel, okay?
You little.
So it's not really important to the story. I just thought it was like the most innocent and precious way that a fucking like hobo, like you would think like, oh yeah, there are a lot of hobos up there and they stabbed each other and it was really notorious for you getting fucked up and yeah.
Nope, it's just because they didn't pay they just watched the baseball game outside the field.
It's true. I was like, well, that's kind of precious.
Bunch of hoodlums.
Bunch of fucking hobos. Anyway, so there actually like really isn't any known history of the house that we're going to talk about like to this date. There was I haven't watched it because I was like, I don't really want to rent that for $2.99.
Oh no.
It's one episode, I believe it is called stand by because I closed my window and I shouldn't have.
Close your window.
Dead Files, I believe. Yeah. Apparently, okay, yeah. So apparently, like, there's an episode of the Dead Files, which I didn't know what that fucking was, and
it's show I need to watch.
Yeah, it's called like, and the episode about this is called Not My Child, but I was like, I don't really want to rent that for $2.99, and yeah, I kind of watched a preview of, or I saw like they're on Hulu, but like the earlier season, and it's a psychic and a ex-cop, and it's like the most. I don't, because I've never watched the show, so I don't want to like
Turner and Hooch.
It's weird. Like he has like this sick, like stereotypical, like Brooklyn accent, and he's like ghost. Or I can't do the fucking. How would you do a Brooklyn accent?
I gotta go park my car and get a ghost. Okay.
Yeah. That's
a ghost.
That's Boston, but it's
a ghost.
Yeah.
They probably just say ghost.
They don't just
park
say ghost
my car
and go get it
next to the ghost.
But that's
the ghost.
That's Boston, not Brooklyn.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Brooklyn ghost.
There it is. There it is. Thank you.
Okay, you gotta get your ghosts.
Right. So thank you.
On the car.
They have in the car. So it was like this guy that he has a heavy Brooklyn accent. He was like he was a homicide detective. Like he's retired, and then they have the psychic. And apparently they do their investigations separately, quote unquote. I don't know how real that is, but they do their investigations separately, and then they come together at the end and see if like, which is kind of a cool concept. I mean, to see if everything matches up. So he like actually goes to historians and sees like who was really in the house and everything else, and she just goes by like what she feels, what she sees, and what she says. That's like cool. She hears.
I like that.
Right. So it's interesting, but like it's like so obnoxious and over the top from the preview that I'm like, I don't know if I can do that. No. I think I might be like, you're both idiots. I can't do this. But again, it could be legit. It's been around for like 11 seasons, so somebody likes it. Anyway, so they do have an episode of like, it's called Not My Child, and that's the episode on this house, that there could have some more history there. But anyway, but like from what all the articles that I read and anything that I could find online, I couldn't find any history beyond what was told to me. So in 2017, a local family purchased one of the Hobo Hill homes. Aaron and Aaron Clark. They're both names are Aaron. So
that's cute.
Yeah. So they fell in love with this American Foursquare built in 1910. They bought it and began renovating the house, and it's actually like really gorgeous. It's like they built like they pretty much not gutted it, but like they pretty much like, I mean, it was a lot of work. So it's like beautiful, like modern farmhouse and stuff like that, upstairs. So really pretty. They did everything except for the fucking basement that looks like a goddamn scene out of Silence of the Lambs. So like complete with like fucking like
dirt
floors and like creepy ass like wooden doors. It looks like Buffalo Bill's basement essentially. And it just like the brick is like whitewashed, and I mean it looks super fucking creepy. They're like, we're not gonna go down there.
You just won't fuck with this.
Yeah. So
it's probably a cemetery, Shay.
Yeah. And it's like in one of the interviews, the wife says, when we bought it, it just had some basic creepy stuff. The basement had dirt floors and cages. Fucking cages. You know, the basic move-in creepy stuff. Oh my God. You know, cages. I mean, you had me at like dirt floors and then cage. I mean, you lost me at cages. I don't even. So she's like, I just have the basic creepy stuff. Like, what kind of fucking houses are you moving into, Brenda?
Like, how many fucking haunted houses do you live in? Jesus.
Yeah. Anyway, so.
There are just some weird cages down there.
Just some weird cages.
They might trap squirrels.
It's fine. They just had really big werewolves. It's fine. It's fine. After
like human-sized cages?
She didn't preface the size, but like cages are cages to me. Right. Like if she was saying cages, she probably wasn't meaning like kennels. I think she would have said kennels. So after a few months, they moved in with her 2 children. By their account, the paranormal activity started like almost immediately.
And so wait, when did they move in?
So they bought the house and they renovated it, and then after a few months, like after they renovated it, they moved in with their kids.
And what year was this?
This was so they bought it in 2017, so really recently.
Oh, this is like okay. Yeah.
So Erin Clark, the wife.
Thank you, because
I'm
going
to have to preface that like throughout this entire thing, but whatever.
Is it E?
It is
Erin and Aaron AA.
Yep. And so anyway, she explained the issues they were having at the beginning. She said it started with the lights, TVs, radios, fans, faucets, and heaters turning on and off. Like sometimes
it started with that. All of them.
Yeah, there was like just 0 to 60, and like they would just crank on full blast.
Just started with the faucets and the doors.
This is like the girl that's saying like, oh, and they just had like some basic like human-sized cages downstairs. It was fine. Like, dude, everybody has those. Stupid.
Oh my God.
Jeez. Stop it, Erin. You're the worst.
Erin.
Nobody wants your bunko stories. Get out of here. Get out of here. Anyway, so their dog, a 70-pound pit bull, refused to go up and down the stairs. So the family had to carry the 70-pound pit bull like up and down. And I'd be like, we're leaving. We're going.
Yeah.
We're going to go down to that cookie cutter place down there named like Foxtrot Hill, and we're buying a home in there. F this. I'm not doing it.
No.
Yeah. So Erin Clark, the husband.
Just put him in one of the cages down the stairs.
It's
downstairs in the basement.
Poof. So the husband said things started escalating from there. To me, like that is already like full blast, escalating. I gotta go. So, but
whatever. If a faucet turned on by itself one time, I would literally sprint out of that house and never go back.
Right.
Are you fucking kidding?
So I'm gonna put a pause right here because my cousin Bryson, who lives out in the like middle of nowhere, Kansas, his house does like the fucking kind of the same shit. He said it on like Facebook, I think, and I was like, why are you still there with your infant? I don't even understand. They have a little baby, and they bought like this really old farmhouse, and they were putting like I guess like an air conditioning unit in, and I don't remember exactly the whole story, but he said like it kept like the window kept like he would watch it like slide down up and down like by itself.
It would go up and down.
I think it would go up and down, or I think it would go up. I can look it up.
Anyway,
let me actually look it up because it was really fucking creepy.
Wait, he recorded it?
He did not record it, but which I wish he kind of did. But I believe him because it's him and his wife make a joke that it's haunted because there's like some other weird shit that happens. But this time he was like, this was really weird. He said all of it happened really fast. Yeah. Let me find it.
Ghosts are on different time.
Right. So he said.
No time.
He said, so He goes to put in a window AC in the kitchen. The gas stove turns it into a sauna. So that's why he was explaining like why he was putting a AC in it. So he was test fitting the AC. He closes the window and then watches it as it opens itself up by itself.
That is not humanly possible to ever happen by anything else other than a ghost. So you need to get the fuck out of your house. Oh.
So the window moved upwards all the way open. He closes it again. It opens upward again. He closes it again. It stays closed. I turn away. It opens up again. And then he says to the hell with it, screws it and caulks in the window AC. Then spraying around some baseboards with like expanding foam in the mudroom, and all of a sudden the floor shakes. The whole house vibrates, and a very, very loud vibrating growl comes from the basement. Cats start hissing, baby starts crying, the dog starts barking. Liz and I look at each other, that's his wife, and ask each other if the other one heard that. We both did. Now the cats are hissing at the mudroom. Someone explained to me that like, and then he talks about bringing in a priest in a tub of holy water. I'm like, get your baby out right now. That's how.
A growl and the whole house vibrated?
Yes, and that's why I was like, did you say fucking growl, sir? No, absolutely not. You had me at like, you watching the window go up by itself. So that's my cousin's haunted house. I will never be visiting. Goodbye.
That's really crazy.
Yeah, no.
That is real as fuck. What are they doing in there?
No, so they're like joking, like, we should get a priest. I'm like, you need to get a fucking match and burn it. That was, I just closed it. That was like maybe a couple weeks ago. It was really recent. It was like this month.
Is he alive still?
He's alive.
Oh my God. Get out of that goddamn house.
Growl. If the animals, to me, when the animals start acting up, you need to fucking leave. You need to leave.
If a window opens itself.
Yeah.
And then you cocked the window shut and the whole fucking floor vibrated and then a growl?
Yeah, and it was vibrated and then the growl happened. And that's when the cats started hissing at it and then the dog started barking at it. And the baby started crying, by the way. Yeah.
Kids see some shit too.
That's because oh god, no, I don't want to say that out loud.
Also, not
like,
that the baby sees things. But also, that's so scary.
Yeah.
That is not fake. That is
the
not
fact that you could have
the
fact that you could have your wife or your spouse or your partner like look at you and go like, did you fucking hear that? If you have the other person's like say like, I heard that, like
that you both heard a growl,
that we need to go. We need to take our baby, take
and
our
your
son
whole
and go.
Fucking house vibrated.
Yeah, that's what he said. Like the whole house vibrated. Yeah, no.
You don't live in an earthquake zone, motherfucker. Yeah. You gotta get out. You're not a motherfucker. You're family.
Yes.
But
yes,
holy shit.
That's what I was like, get out now. Oh, sick. Anyway, I just had to make sure that I told that story at some point. It was a perfect not innuendo.
That was a great innuendo.
It was a great segue.
Yes.
Dummy.
Oh my fucking.
So anyway, here's some more creepy stuff about ghosts. So the husband said that things started escalating.
So weird. Things are weird. We don't know shit.
So my wife was experiencing a lot of feelings of fear in the house. My daughter was experiencing a bunch of different things, not so much me. So he's talking about like how he wasn't really seeing them, but he was seeing that his ladies in the house were seeing them. I don't know why I said it like that. But it's
the ladies of the house.
The ladies of the house.
The ladies of the night.
Yes. That's when I started noticing a lot of change, especially with our daughter. The Clark's daughter, Raina, started having night terrors and sleepwalking, something they said she had never done in the past. Yeah. So the wife, I'm just going to say the wife of the husband because it's just confusing.
I got you.
Said her...
Wifey?
Yeah, wifey.
Bae?
Oh, God.
So Bae said.
So Bae said, and then, like, Boo Boo said, oh, my God.
Sorry.
Said her daughter started coming out of her room and doing this shaking thing and laughing and crying. She kept saying a red and black man was trying to lock her in her room, but then would say, but mommy, I escaped. Another incident was when she was standing outside of her bed staring out the window, and she was still crying, just sobbing, and her dad could see her like shoulders going like up and down, like, you know, like when you're like really really bawling. And and he called out like, Raina, what's wrong? Are you okay? Are you okay? And she turned around and it like scared the shit out of him. Because it went from crying to this Cheshire cat, like big smile, kind of like the Joker is what he quotes it as.
Dude.
And he goes on to describe his daughter as wide-eyed and shaking with that smile on her face and appearing possessed.
Oh my God. I told you that story about when I saw that baby that one time, right?
No.
That devil baby?
No, where?
I never told you about this?
No.
I feel like we talked about it on the very first episode that we never launched.
Oh.
But I think it was in the airport, and this baby
in the airport?
I was like literally in the airport.
Okay.
This is a really weird story, and I don't know how to explain it at all, but this fucking happened to me. And there's this baby fucking crying.
Okay.
So
just fussy
hard.
and just upset.
Yeah, really.
Like hurt, like that awful cry.
Really, really bad crying.
Right.
And it was like in its parent's shoulder, and I swear to fucking God,
I already don't like it. It
looked at me and smiled, and it looked so weird and creepy.
No.
And it literally the immediate reaction myself was to throw up.
Dude, that gives me the chills. I don't like it. Oh my God, sick.
I don't know if you've ever seen The Passion of the Christ. I'm Catholic, so I definitely saw that.
Sure
but
haven't.
There's a part where
Pass.
the devil in the Passion is holding this baby, and it's like this devil baby, and it's like this creepy fucking
I thought it was just about him being crucified.
It's a really beautiful movie.
And you're like,
it is about it.
He was holding this devil baby. It's really a beautiful film.
It's a fucking amazing film. Like, even if you don't believe in Jesus or God or whatever, it's crazy.
Oh my God.
But there's this part... And that's what it reminded me of, this devil baby. And it literally made me feel like I was going to throw up when I saw this baby. And it smiled at me after it was crying its fucking eyes out. So maybe it was a demon baby. Anyways, go back to your story. Isn't that weird?
That gives me the chills and it makes me want to vomit.
I've never had an experience like that in my entire fucking life. I love children. I love babies. Like, I don't care if a baby cries.
It would have been amazing if he smiled at you and like was like...
Wink.
Yeah. Just like...
And it was a really ugly baby.
You're like, and he had a forked tongue, and it was really weird.
And then he had a snake come out of his ears.
I thought it was kind of strange, but I was like, I'm just gonna get on my flight now. Bye. Hope they have snacks.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. Anyway.
Oh my God, that is gross.
Sick.
And that's your daughter, and she looked at you.
Oh yeah, isn't that disgusting?
And then they still didn't run out of the house.
Sure didn't. So then there was another incident. Their daughter was taking a bath, and she looked at her mom and simply said, Mommy, what would happen to me if I threw my baby brother out the window? So
perfect.
Still stayed because, you don't want to walk away from a good investment.
She's just a child. They say the darndest things.
We should record it next time and send it into Bob Saget. As the night terrors increased for their daughter, the Clarks decided to seek help, finally. Good job, guys. After multiple recommendations to cleanse the house with sage, the Clarks tried it. And I'm like, I think it
needs a little stronger.
I think I think you need something a little bit stronger than some fucking herbs right now. Even like some rocks to throw at the baby. I'll be like, it's not working.
Just
like the crystals, be like, it's still not working. So the family sought to help out from a medium. The wife said, apparently we have multiple entities. And actually the medium who came said that hundreds of people had been tortured in our basement. Might explain the cages.
Probably.
So one day after cleaning her daughter's room, Erin Clark said, she saw a man in an old-fashioned black suit and top hat. She said that the first time she actually saw, she said that this was the first time that she actually saw anything, but she'd felt things in the past, but this was like the first thing that like manifested in front of her eyes. She said that she felt something, and then she said in another like incident, she felt something lie on top of her 2 separate times while she was in bed, which is disgusting. I'm like,
oh my God.
Maybe did she have a weighted blanket and she forgot? I don't know.
Oh my God. What would you do?
You would leave after the first time your child fucking sleepwalks and she doesn't like ever do that before. Like, get the fuck out of the house. Ugh. Anyway.
Or when she has a demon smile.
Right. So after 7 months. Fucking 7 months. And after that, they finally moved out. It would have taken me 1 month of fucking weird ass shit happening. Oof. So the Clarks are continuing to do the research on the home's history. They posted on Facebook asking Jefferson City residents for any information. And regardless of what they discovered, the Clarks made it clear they could never sell the home after what they experienced. They talk about, like, because they feel like it would be irresponsible for them because they're afraid, like, somebody else would get hurt. So they're just keeping it. So they pretty much, like, they put an offer on a different house in the same day and are living there.
Do they get their money back? Like, how does that work?
No, this is what they're doing. It's all true. So, he said, we put a lot of hard work into the house, and we put a lot of love and blood, sweat, and tears in the house. We can turn it into an Airbnb. Turn it into a business. Turn it into a business to keep the home.
But they don't want to sell it so that no one's harmed. But let's have multiple people come here every night.
Have the ghost put a show on for them. Like, make them kind of earn their keep. He didn't say that, but I'm just saying that. So, yeah, that's what their plan is.
I mean, I know a lot of people would love to do that.
They would love to do that. So that's what they're saying is, like, if you have people, and I think I looked it up on the thing, it says paranormal, like, so they're giving them a heads up. They're telling them, like, if you want to have this experience. So I think they're counting on, like, if they let people know what they're getting into, they'll be prepared and they'll know what's going on.
I feel like those fucking things are gonna come and haunt that family again.
But if they're fucking with a little girl with a Cheshire cat, like, they don't give a Cheshire cat mouth, like, they don't give a fuck. Like, that would still, to me, put somebody in danger. But I understand, like,
and they're not just in that. I mean, they are.
And who
just
knows?
In that house,
maybe they're just working. Like, maybe they just want to put it up Airbnb until they can pay off that mortgage. Because I mean, if you think about it, now they have 2 mortgages probably.
Yeah, which
sucks. But, like, they also didn't want to put their family in harm's way. But maybe they're thinking, like, we don't want to also put it back on the market because we feel like we're hurting somebody. But maybe if we let them know what's going on, somebody knows they want to have that experience, and they can, like, maybe we can just, like, end up paying off this mortgage, and then maybe they'll pull it off. I don't know what they're gonna do, but
that's
so the price
crazy.
Right. So the price to stay is, like, it's not outrageous. It's $270.
So we're going,
right? No, fuck no. I mean, it's not outrageous, but, like, to me, it's outrageous because because I'm like, what the fuck is in Jefferson City? It's $275 a night. But, like, it's comparable to other rentals in the city because I was like, $275. But then I looked around and it's totally comparable for what they're offering. It's absolutely comparable. And I was like, what the fuck is in Jefferson City, Missouri?
Fucking Jefferson.
And, right. So you can also go to the local famous jail, the Missouri State Penitentiary, for their paranormal tour, which is what they're hoping that is going to, like, you know, coincide with that. Because I guess people really want to go to that prison because apparently it's one of the biggest, like, it was like one of the most haunted prisons in the nation.
Well, that's why people stay there.
So so if you don't get enough ghost time, that place has been open since the fall of the Alamo. So it's been open for a long time, and it actually closed in 2004. But that, kids, is a tale for another day.
Holy shit. Your cousin's story is still freaking me out. That's your cousin?
I know. But he's still alive and well. And his son, Theodore, and his wife...
Alvin? Just kidding. Simon?
And his wife are doing just fine. So, yeah.
Are they going to move?
No. Mm-mm. They will one day, but not right now. They're not going to move right now. Not right now. So, yeah, so that's the quick little story of...
That's a thing? Who told you that story?
Kelly Cromer.
Kelly Cromer,
thank you, girl. You're probably working out right now, and you get it. You run those miles.
Run it, girl. Run.
Pull up those knees, girl.
Don't break your leg.
Don't, please.
Like your friend Shay.
I know. But I saw your puppy, and it's really cute. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, so those people
are just... So there hasn't been any reports until now?
No, not really. They haven't... They're actually... They still have to... It's on Airbnb, and I think whatever... There's one other, Airbnb site that they have it on. But I guess they have to run it through the city first in order to let it, like, I guess, be rented out. I'm not quite sure why. Maybe it's
because it's haunted and has demons?
Well, it could be. I wonder if it is a historic landmark, if it's registered as such. Maybe they have to have approval from the city. I'm not quite sure. So they're in whatever litigation to see if they can push that through so they can actually put it on Airbnb. But it's on Airbnb right now, so I'm super confused by it. But it says like it has to go through to make sure that it's fine to go through the court system or something like that. So I guess it's going to happen this month or next month. So I don't know. It's all very weird.
So we better book our trip to Missouri.
No, we're not doing that. We're not fucking doing that.
I would never go there, Shay, ever in my whole fucking never life.
I would almost say I would rather go to Gettysburg. But no, wouldn't do that either.
Well, I guess we're going to Gettysburg.
No.
Growling. Wait,
even this house doesn't have growling.
Oh, it doesn't have growling.
No, just my cousins. It's fine.
Growling is like no. If you hear growling from nowhere, that is not something you fuck with.
If you hear growling in this physical plane, you don't fuck with that either. So
no.
Growling in no sense, no in paranormal
it's always
or
a warning sign to get the fuck out.
Yeah, it's either you're being chased by a tiger or a ghost, and they both suck. So let's just move on. Jesus, or your dog.
Just kidding.
Anyway, so that was my little it was my little story.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's a good one. I like
a good one.
That.
It was kind of different. Nobody really knew about it. You definitely wouldn't have known about it. Which
didn't know about
I
that.
like it. So.
How'd she know about it?
I don't know how I wonder if it was like one of these things on like her news feed or something, and she's like, "You should do this." I'm like, "All right." So that was our first like little fan request.
Hell yeah! Thanks, fans.
Yeah. So if anybody else got one,
send them by.
And I'll speak English real nice in your ears.
If you got one, let us know. Mm-hmm. Well, that was a paranormal activity.
It was.
Lots of paranormal activity this afternoon. I said afternoon a lot today.
You did.
I don't think I've ever said afternoon.
That's the third time.
I know.
It's the third time the charm for us to roll.
Yes.
For my little altar.
Your little Rocco's Modern Life. Rocco's Modern Life.
Ooh, have you watched the one on Netflix yet?
No, but did you know there's a new Dark Crystal TV series?
Yeah.
Or Netflix series?
I already binged it, dude.
Is it good?
It's pretty good. It's different just because it's the puppets are a little bit different.
From the 80s.
Yeah, and I honestly like because they're both the Dark Crystal original film is on Netflix right now, and you watch it and you're kind of really impressed by like what they could accomplish in like it was like 1982. It's really really impressive. It's almost
that was 1982.
Mm-hmm.
I loved that movie.
Yeah, no, it's it's a really great movie, and honestly, like it's actually more impressive. I mean, I'd hate to say that because I'm sure like so much painstaking work was done for the Dark Crystal Age of Resistance, but it's different. Like you see them running around more. It's just because they have more technology, but like I don't know. To me, like maybe it's just near and dear to my heart that from the original film that I like it more. But it was a really interesting series. Like I definitely hope they do a second season because I thought it was really cool. It was very nostalgic, so I highly recommend it.
Okay.
I also watched Chelsea's Handlers.
I'm so glad I have internet now.
Yeah, I watched that one this morning. It's only like an hour and 4 minutes. And it's a good one. I really like it.
It's only an hour long?
It's only an hour. It's one documentary. I like, because did you watch her series, Chelsea Does Whatever? Mm-hmm. Those were really good too. I mean, it was more, obviously she plays, like she kind of takes more of a backseat to her comedy. She's obviously doing this for a reason.
Yeah.
And it was fascinating.
She wants to inform
I think she
people.
did a good job. I think she did a really good job.
I love her.
Yeah, she's amazing.
She's great.
Well,
sweet.
Yeah, she put like a lot of stuff on there. Like there was like this one African American woman that she's like, feel free to edit this out, but like, and she didn't. She fucking put it in, and she's like, yeah, those conversations were uncomfortable, and they were like, they didn't like, and she's like, I didn't really know what I was expecting, but like it was, I like being in those hard conversations, and they're like, what is your documentary gonna do? Like they were, making it uncomfortable and making it, like it was just not like, really? Oh, you're so amazing for doing, like, it's not like she was saying that at all. She was just like, yeah, they were tough converstions, and she didn't get offensive. Like she didn't get defensive about it. She's like, that's kind of what she was looking for. And it was really cool. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it was like, she's like, you can edit this out and everything else, but like, I'm really embarrassed that you're here and everything else. And, because like, to me, like you're saying like about white privilege, but you being here is because you have white privilege and everything else. And she kept it in the documentary, and I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
So good on Chelsea.
Good on Chelsea.
Anyway, do you want to roll? Sorry.
Yeah, let's roll. But first, let me tell you a little bit about our Instagram page.
We're really funny. Oh, Brie's really funny because I don't really control it.
What? No, we both what?
There it is.
Interject. Anyway, so we have an Instagram. If you guys don't know that, you should. It's THURDYISH 30ish. Obviously, the @ signs before that.
There it is.
Because it's Instagram. So feel free to follow us, share our posts if you think they're funny or if you like them. I'm going to start trying to do some more meme stuff that has to do with what we're doing. Because it's pretty funny for me too, and for all of you.
We like doing it, and honestly, yeah, we have a YouTube channel now.
Yes, we have a YouTube channel now. You can find us on YouTube. So basically, right now it's just our episodes that we've already launched just on YouTube, but we're gonna start making a couple video segments and
like
get
look
some
out
new stuff in here.
Yeah, look out in October. We're gonna try and get some stuff up. Yeah,
and yeah, just give us your feedback. Let us know what you're liking,
seriously,
what you don't like.
And if you like really want us to cover something, like a Dip with Kelly, like, well, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Throw it at us.
Because, I mean, we all see a bunch of different shit on our phones every day. So.
We do have a Gmail, too. If you don't want to DM us, that's cool.
Yep. If you guys tell us whatever you like.
Yeah.
Song requests. Just kidding.
We're going to DJ soon. We're going to have a DJ.
If you guys have any songs you want me to sing to you, just let me know. I'd be happy to sing them to you.
Dude, we totally could, though. We could make like a 30-ish, like, on Spotify.
We can make a playlist.
We totally can make a playlist.
Oh, my God. We have to. That's literally...
And I think we're talking about, like, maybe doing some, like, merch a little bit, maybe, too. Like, doing some T-shirts for sure.
So, we'll let you know when those come out.
Yeah. Be fun. Okay.
All right. Well, I guess we're ready to roll our dice, y'all.
Let me pull out my subjects because I still don't know them.
Yep. Still don't know what numbers pertain to what, but that keeps it fun.
That's what keeps it fun.
Because then we still don't know if we're rolling when we roll.
Here we go.
4.
History.
Oh.
I'm so excited. I didn't get science.
Shit, you love science. We could combine science with history.
No, we shouldn't. Those are two very different things.
Well, they are. Exactly. 5. Science?
You got science. Oh, it's your favorite.
It's not. But I love it. I do love science.
That was like the third time we've jinxed each other today.
We're on the same.
We need lots of sodas, apparently.
I guess so.
Okay. All right.
All right. Well, we love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. Hope you liked our episode. Hope you guys are a little scared. Yeah. Hope you guys if you guys live in Fort Collins or near us,
go look at
the things. Because they're there. Yeah. I'm just going to go look at that door every single day.
I know it.
It's still there.
Definitely want to go see it.
Also, we need to go into Nature Zone.
We'll post
to that
it
back
on,
corner.
Yeah, we'll post it on Instagram. That'll be a good one.
For sure.
Okay.
All right. Well, adios. Until
Sayonara.
next time, buddies.
Perfect.